Hey YouTube, thank you for rocking with me. This is my second inspirational story. I hope you guys enjoyed the first one. Like, share, comment. If you have a story yourself that you want to get out there, I'll help you promote and help you put it out there. If you're serious, contact with me and I'll get right back at you. God bless you all and thank you for tuning in. I'm going to get right into it. This story is going to be about how I got my scars, these burn scars to be exactly. This is when I was on the streets doing my thugging out life at the time. I haven't been on the streets in what, since 2012, because I haven't slept outside, got in an argument, been in a fight. I've been in the house. I've been in my place chilling, not worried about anything. Cars, money, women, nothing. I haven't worried about anything lately. So these stories I'm doing on my YouTube channel are I'm just reiterating and sharing what I've been through that helped me change the course of my life, and this is one of them. Anyway, let me see when this happened. 2010. I was with a friend. His name is Blue. He was in he's in a Crip gang, a Hoover Crip gang. So I'm chilling with him. We're in his apartment. He drinking stuff. I don't drink. So he's drinking and stuff. I smoke bud though. So I'm smoking, he drinking, and I'm popping bars. Pills was my thing. I was really bad on that. I've been to rehab and everything. So, when it comes to addiction and overcoming stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm squared away. So we're talking and all that. I'm like, man, I gotta make me some money, man. I'm gonna hit a lick or something, man, because I don't want to go back to my grandmother's house. I done lost my apartment. I lost everything, for not being able to either pay the rent or get into some trouble, and getting out of jail, not having no one to take care of my place while I'm gone, and so I didn't really trust nobody being in my apartment when I wasn't there. So I end up losing it because I wasn't responsible and I didn't take it seriously. I wasn't disciplined, so that's why I really lost it. I'm not even gonna point the finger at nobody. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, man. He was like, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I'm about to hit one of these knuckleheads over here. I was in an apartment complex. I said, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And so that's exactly what I did. This guy was selling crack and stuff out his apartment. So I'm full of these pills. These handlebars, that's what really gave me the confidence to do it. These three guys went inside his apartment because he left the door open, and they said, man, they come back. I don't know these guys, but I'm hanging out. It's like about 15, 20 of us. This is like a drug honey hive where I was. And in A-Leaf. And so yeah, they come back bragging. They say, yeah, man, some dude left his door open. He got crack and money and stuff on the table. So in my mind, I thought it was a blessing from God, but it wasn't. I was fooled by the devil. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go in there and get all that shit. And I did. I went in there, I took everything off the table. The guys that was around wanted me to break them off some. And I said, nah, y'all didn't do shit. Y'all ain't getting shit. I was in the Mint, the apartments in A-Leaf. And so I'm like, man, y'all niggas ain't do shit. Y'all ain't getting shit. F y'all. Get away from me. And I'm talking all type of trash. I didn't like these dudes. I'm just out here looking for a come up. I'm not friends with anyone out here. And so yeah, after I did it, I stayed around. I was bragging about it. I was happy. I'm like, man, I'm about to get another place. I'm about to, I already had a car, so I wasn't really worried about that. I was like, man, I'm about to get another place. You know what I mean? I don't have to, sleep in my car. I can go back to my grandma's house with a little bit of money in my pocket. I can get some more pills, because at the time, I'm not on anything now. I don't take anything. I smoke bud, but other than that, I don't do anything else. And I was like, yeah, man. I don't have to sleep in my car. I can go to my grandma's house. I'm good. I'm gonna get my girlfriend back. I'm gonna get my place back. I'm gonna be back on track. Cause this is the only life I know. It's the criminal element life. I don't know anything else. How to be in the workplace and be productive. I didn't know how to control my attitude, my anxiety. I didn't have any role models. I was just, like I said, I was just winging it. And so I stayed over there till about 1, 2 in the morning. And I had friends come and tell me, hey, Broderick, man, we don't know whatever you did, man, a whole bunch of cats is looking for you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Let them look. I flash my gun. I ain't worried about anybody. I promise you I'm not at all. So I stayed over there. and everybody left. People didn't really want to be around me. I ain't know why. You know, I thought it was them, but it really was me. And so I was like, well, whatever. So I stayed around. I'm trying to look for one more lick. I'm like, man, I'm gonna hit one more person. I'm gonna hit one more person. I'm gonna really be good. And then it just got too late, and I was like, man, these are hood ass apartments. I'm gonna go to jail over here. So I left. I went to I went on Sanat and somewhere. It was about 2 in the morning. I'm about to go to my homeboy Gary house and just go hang with him, just go wear off these pills, because I couldn't walk. I really couldn't think straight. I'm really just outside with a gun on me. I'm a felon. Can't be having this shit on me, man. So I'm kind of scared. I can't chill on the pills because I'm scared. I got this gun on me. I wouldn't worry about the lick I just hit at all. I wouldn't worry about that at all, because I felt like everybody over there was trash anyway. I ain't nobody over there was noble, honest, prestige. Everybody over there low life scum. So I didn't have no sympathy for that shit. And so about 2 in the morning, I'm at the bus stop, deciding if I should go to Gary's house or not. And then all of a sudden, I see 2 figures about 30 yards away. And my stomach was like, they coming for you. I'm like, hell nah, they can't be coming for me. What they doing outside this time of night anyway? That's what I'm thinking to myself. And my mom was like, man, you need to go to Gary's house. You need to leave. But I ignored it because I'm not scared of anything or anyone. So I didn't run off. I didn't care. And yeah, they roll up on me, man, pull out a gun and say, hey, man, everybody say that you robbed me and this and that. I tried to play it off like I didn't know what he was talking about. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm using profanity and all that. Man, that didn't matter. He pulled the gun out. That was it. Once I had the gun, I had to go with him and his hitman. He had a hitman, because his hitman is the one that pulled the gun. But he was doing the talking. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, they not playing. So I went back with him. The 3 dudes that went inside the apartment was the ones who snitched on me. I didn't care because I didn't know him, and I was talking shit to him. So that was part of the game. I had to charge that shit to the game. My only thing is how I'm gonna get up out of this. He had goons in there and everything. It was like a gang hangout, you know. I'm like, Bubba, what you done got yourself into now? You know. So we get in the apartment, we get to arguing. He tried to overpower me. He told me to empty out my pockets. That did not happen. That's where everything went left. Him and his goons jumped on me, tied me down to a chair, got some hot water, and was asking me all type of questions. Who was you with? I wouldn't tell them who I was with. They was asking me about other friends. I'm not snitching on my friends. So really, I got burnt up because I wouldn't tell on friends I was with and people who I was hanging out with over there, because it wasn't just me and I wasn't going to give them up at all. So I took the heat for that. But I think God had to save me, because I didn't feel nothing, and I didn't even know how to think right. I couldn't process anything because I was already living this lifestyle. It just never happened to me. And so what saved my life, he wanted to kill me in the apartment. He wanted to shoot me in the head. He pulled out the gun. It was a Trey 5.7, a big black revolver. He shot at the floor. Boom! And that's what saved me, because a few minutes later we hear police sirens, and one of his people in the apartment was like, man, nah, don't do it in here. Don't do it in here. And all that. I couldn't talk because he had my mouth muffled. I guess he thought I was gonna scream or something or whatever. But I couldn't fight back. I couldn't do nothing. And all I can do is sit there and take it. And once we hear the police sirens, everybody bolted out the apartment. Everybody bolted out the apartment. No trash ass nasty apartment. Like I said, it was like a gang hangout. You can kind of tell. I don't think regular people don't live like that. But then again, regular people don't do what I was doing. So who am I to judge? But so when they left, one of them came back and untied me. When they untied me, I didn't feel pain, but I felt weak. I couldn't walk. I couldn't really talk. All I can do, I don't know how I got out of there. I got everything they left on the table that was valuable. I took money. They had some little bit of drugs on there. I took that, and I left. I had a warrant for my arrest at the time, so I didn't want to get caught by the cops they didn't come to that apartment. They just heard the sirens and they burnt off. I left about a few minutes after them, but I had to take the money. They left money and stuff all on the table. I saw it, so it was like my body, so I took it. And once that happened, the money I had in my pocket, I had to catch the bus home. It took me all night to catch the bus home because I had 25% of my body was burnt up, skin gone. I'm passing in and out of consciousness. People asking me for help. I'm like, nah, I'm all right. It took me all night to get from A-Leaf to Acres Home. And I've been living in Acres Home for the last 9 years. And I get to my grandmother's house. In my grandma's apartments, I was real. I knew a bunch of. I had a bunch of friends. I had a few drug connects because that's how I was making money. And I had a few like hit friends, killer friends, real dangerous friends. And when I got to my grandma, because they was asking me what happened, they was coming to my grandma's house asking me, where I was, when they would come and ask her about me. That's how they end up finding out what happened to me. And when I make it to my grandmother's house, all I wanted to do was lay on the couch and go to sleep. But when she called the ambulance, they was like, don't let him go to sleep. And the cops came too. And the cops was like, do you know who did this to you? Do you want to press charges? I was like, nah, no. It was just some street hood stuff. I just need some little bit of help. I ain't gonna tell on nobody. And the cops kind of commended me for that, but they wanted to go kick in doors, and I was like, nah. And so I go to the hospital. I'm in the hospital for about 2 weeks. My girlfriend come see me in the hospital. She wanted to marry me in the hospital. I didn't want her marrying me out of sympathy because she thought I was gonna die, And I stayed in the hospital 2 weeks. I had surgeries. 25% of my body was burnt, and I was getting all type of love from family and friends, balloons, money and gift cards, clothes. They would come and visit me, take me to the cafeteria, buy me lunch, breakfast. The doctors loved me. They would bring me personal stuff from their house, like CD players or any type of thing that would help my time, like anything fun. I didn't even ask for nothing. They would just do it, and I would write good reports on them. And so what else? And that's about it. I'm gonna show y'all my scars. Yeah, let y'all see I'm not. Yeah. And that's it. And they took skin off my legs, off my thighs, skin graft, and plastered it on me. And one of the sweetest doctors I bet, she was like, so what have you learned out of all this? I'm like, it's not about learning nothing. It's just one situation that happened. It's just one situation. That's people, my uncle thought I lived a Hollywood life because my life wasn't regular. Like I said, this is just one story of many stories. This don't define me at all. This is just, people just want to know what happened. And that's what happened, man. I was down on my luck, popped some bars, robbed a crack dealer. That crack dealer and his hitman came trying to cut my head off. I made it out of that. I could have retaliated. My brother had like 15 dudes at one of his friends' apartments. He had came in and he had told them what happened. When I got out the hospital, my brother took me over there because they wanted to see me. I knew half of them. And they was like, man, what you want to do? They had guns and everything. I'm like, nah, man, I don't want to do nothing. He ain't no threat to me, man. I was on pills. I shouldn't have did that shit to him. He ain't do nothing to me. I could have easily squatted him and everybody he knew. I could have burnt down that whole apartment complex if I wanted to. All I had to do was green light it, no problem. But that wouldn't be right, and because I wasn't thinking. I was just acting, and I would have wasted my soldier's energy on some shit that I started. So I don't care. Scars come with street stuff and gang stuff. That's what's my life, and I ain't ashamed of it. And I ain't give a damn who liked it or not, because I always thought I was smarter, stronger, and cooler than everybody. So yeah, and I'm just happy to be alive, man. I'm happy to be alive. But it was a reason I was on drugs. It was a reason I was lost, because I come from a broken home. That's why. People didn't know that, because I'm real. I have a lot of charisma. I'm real charismatic. I'm real. I'm sweet. I'm nice. That's my natural personality. But because I wasn't in my natural element, I changed with my environment. I was trying to fit into a world that wasn't designed for me, and so I didn't retaliate. And for that, God blessed me 1,000 times fold. I got my place back. I got my girlfriend back. I got everything I lost 3 times fold. Job opportunities, school, exercising, health, recognition, notoriety, influence. So, and that's it. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. If you have something you want to talk about, like I said, comment. I get right back at you. I love you guys. God bless you. Peace.